Okay, hello friends. A little bit early. I didn't think I'd be able to get ready in time, but here we are. And that's not to say that I am ready, but a little bit earlier. And I won't stick to the slot times. That was just to try and save rushing. I will give the packs sort of 40 minutes, so we'll say half past for them, 15 minutes early, and they can wait if necessary. Apologies for the delay there. I set it to auto start and it didn't like it had. I'm seeing it on the browser. See it in chat. So, happy days, here we are. Velocity was released last night. I've updated my client, so hopefully we will see that. I'm not sure we'll see the benefit. And I've just got to fill in. No cell cal, so let's do that. Cool. So we are on VATSIM. I did check to make sure that we were free. It looks pretty busy on VATSIM, to be honest. France is online. Nobody where we are, and I've taken out the static traffic, but there's still a lot of clutter, and I sort of ran out of time doing all of that last night. Anyway, enough about that. You want to see the jet, how the frame rate's doing. 30 frames a second seems a bit.
Welcome to Hot Start Flight Support. How can we help you today?
Well, I would like an aeroplane, please, Jenny. I think we'll say half past, shall we? We're probably going to need some fuel. Let's say that the two people we brought over have picked up some friends, so they're going to want. You probably wouldn't for the little trip back. So actually, why don't I say 2, and they've picked up a lot of friends. 3 crew, 5 packs. Let's change that. Let's say they're not particularly bothered for such a short flight. Either way, it's roughly the same numbers on board if you guys are happy with that. Say if not, get some Jet A, get the GPU. It's a little bit fresh, but we won't start. I don't think we're going to nicely, but we can. Not 13695. Yeah, let's just say that, shall we?
Of course, Captain. I'll get that organized for you right away.
So let's head out to where the aeroplane was parked. It should still be daylight-ish. It's a lovely day in London. A few clouds bubbling about, but it looks pretty clear otherwise. Oh, and it's dark here. So as you can see, there's some junk there. Are we going to hit that? Maybe we'll do a bit of an immediate right turn. Sorry it's so dark. I thought it would be a bit better, but that's because the sunset times don't really match up. What you can see though is there should be no aeroplanes, but there is a load of junk that I've still got to get rid of. Every cloud and all that. I updated these markings actually, so these can be done. You draw the outline, and then these hatchings can be done procedurally, which saves a lot of effort. So I did. Small things like that. Anyway, here's our trusty jet. The aeroplane is chocked, which looks alright. The fan blades are going around a bit. I guess it's windy. You can see the tags respond to reality. Let's open up the door. Unrealistic lighting in the cabin. That's coming from X-Plane and the sun. Anything else? So, with 2 crew, of course, this one. Take these off now. The other pins so we don't forget. Well, I can see them, it's pretty difficult. And of course the walk around is a lot more detailed than this. But of course we can't check everything. So, let's hop in. We've still got the nose pin to do. And I might as well get set up for me. So, pop out the PFD. Pop out the MFD. Pop out block. And get these aligned external screens. ever so slightly out. Excellent. There you go, you should be able to see those now. Ideally, there'd be one window and you wouldn't see it anyway. So, for the paper checklist, I didn't see any ice. I would double check, so acquire that checklist, but I do have it handy. Probably rewrite these and laminate them at some point. I forget who the guy on the YouTube channel was. I can see Indianapolis to Paris FedEx from my window. Pretty cool. And something else. His channel said that, you know, there's definitely a few things that are in a different order that I would agree with. Things like nav lights being on before the APU goes on, that sort of thing. Because I think that is pretty much accepted practice. And I can see Ryanair 8434 out on its way from Plovdiv to Dublin. Used to be us pretend flying those. Anyway, no time for reminiscing. Let's get the aeroplane squared away. So, circuit breakers, you know what I mean, we can see them. So, I hope you guys don't mind giving me a bit of a pass for a cursory check. Of course, it is a bit more easy to see them than it is in the sim. And they do pop, and I think all of them work, which is even more impressive. Overhead switches, again, it's impossible to tell who is available. Apparently this is relatively uncommon. The guy's Canadian though. I think this is probably going to be more common in Europe, where APU use is really a bit more tightly regulated. So they all look okay. As far as I can see, you know, it's just a quick cursory check. Scan the panels. But it really is difficult to tell. No smoking, of course, I always. And then we're looking at no steer being off. Landing lever is down and matches my hard. Light spoilers up, flaps retracted, matched. Landing gear manual release is down here, stowed. Test. It comes on, doesn't go off. Logbook we can't check. Safety equipment. You're checking the axe, the fire extinguisher, the life jacket. Then the cabin, you want to get it powered up before external check. Well, we've done a brief one. I'll double check the wings when we take the nose pin. So, with that in mind, battery master on. DC electrics. So 25 volts, 15 amps on each. Clear the caution. Virex monitor, and I tell you what I am going to do. Oh no, I can't start the chrono because there is. Anyway, we've got 5 minutes. So, Firex, go. Script's okay. Script's okay. And then the fire warning.
Jet pipe overheat.
2 cautions.
Jet pipe overheat.
3 fires, 3 greens.
Jet pipe overheat.
Engine fire, jet pipe overheat.
Overheat.
My engine fire, APU
Jet
fire.
pipe overheat.
Checked and off. Now that is to take the APU. Okay, to take the nav lights. DC power on. The SS comes off. Pop the logo. Boarding lights on. Cabin, normal. Others, wing inspection. Why don't we leave those on to remind us to go check. So DC, I don't know if you can see that, but you can see that there you go, 26 volts. So therefore they are charging. Current control has stopped. TRUs take over 28 volts, 24, 22. Seem all about normal. To the AC electrics, you can see 150, 400 Hz on external. Bus is powered, and check that one. Get another one. Dishy, good afternoon. Thanks for joining, mate. So, nav lights done. Cockpit lights now. Nav test. As you know, we can't read two. Here to be on 16:57. So we should have put time. I can't check the other one. Duct monitor up here. Test. 14th left. 10th left. Anti-ice duct. 4. A checked. B test OK. FMS. So no status. Correct nav data. Do want is X menu. Flight plan recall. Let's send that. Initiated.
All right, Captain. Fuel truck is hooked up. Just let me know how much fuel you need. Or would you like to go tanks full today?
Well, we pretty much never want to go tanks full, do we? So we've got 1320. And trip is 617. Not much. 5-minute contingency to Bournemouth. Our alternate's Manchester 633, which is destination. Final reserve of 400, 30 minutes today. And I've put in an extra 30 minutes just in case. VATSIM is busy and well. So that gives us 2286, including 15 minutes taxi fuel, which I very much doubt we will. Minus 13 gives us 966. And this is a bit of a crude way. Let's just ask for a thing.
All right, I'm gonna go start up the pump.
While he's doing that, comes with the fuel panel. And I really can barely see this. There you go, that operates and can... Look, did I leave those open? I must have done. It's difficult to see. Anyway, we are getting fuel. So, are we getting fuel? Did I see it move? Happy days. So, nose door clear, where it was. I know it did be down here. Page 3A pump on. Brake pressure coming up to 3000. Brake pressure 15 degrees on all. 70-ish% capacity. So with that in mind, and then set the brake. Parking brake set. So nose door closed. Well, it is. I go out and open it. Need to do the check. So is on. 3A's off. On. Serviceable. Bit quick. So 2 low pressure, 1 low pressure, 3's fine. Our panel is checked, so all off. ESS is on. Utility is on. Start ignition, we'll check in a moment. Let's go do this gear. There you go, look, so the lights do work, but you see the origin of the light source doesn't. So I don't see any ice on port wing. There's our fueler. I don't see anything on starboard wing either. A lot easier with that. With those lights on. There's the pin. There's the door closed. Now, is that horrendously loud? Ever since I've turned off the quietening.
Refueling is complete, Captain. Do you need anything else? Okay, just one quick signature on here, and I'll be on my way.
Fair amount of fuel in there.
Here's a copy for your records. Have
Oh.
a nice day.
No. I think I got that wrong, didn't I? Because I didn't add the density. So that means we're going to be about 100 kilos light. Never mind, that just eats into our 30-minute reserve and takes it down to, let's call it an extra 15 minutes. Whoops, that was entirely my fault. Cool, yeah, so I did make it a bit louder outside. I suppose to try and make it a little bit more realistic. I was conscious that I didn't want it too loud though. Right, let's do the fuel panel, and what a mistake to make a 20% light on the request. Can you just about make those out? Can. It is difficult. Well, they're so easy to miss. So I've just sorted out my physical monitor, which found the right position. Start ignition and fuel panel. So as you know, quite quickly, on, both come on. That one goes off. That one's on. That one's off. It stays on. That one comes out. It's on. Out. Goes off. That one comes out. Goes off. Both off. Quite quick to do that, isn't it? So APU LCV 10th stage, well, they are both closed. Stay closed until we start. The packs are also going to stay off. AC panel, normal ram air covered. Just set and to the cabin. Bleed air. Yeah, no, they're all out. Correct, although that does need setting up. So now supplement your gown. Guys, all out. Is that the right one? Ground. Guys, yeah, that's down there. That's fine. Cowl. Caution. Out. Anti-ice panel. No. So I'll do it from the checklist, won't I? Why don't we actually just do the route and everything now? That is correct. That is correct. There's Manchester. So we can execute that. We can put the arrival in. And I think we were going to ROXOG, weren't we? Yep, so there's only one arrival there, that takes us to vectors. There's a Jersey ATIS, but there's nothing for us. Jersey approaches online 125.2, we've got them tuned up. Actually on the receive. So I'll get the weather in a moment. Mr. A, hi, thanks for joining. Sorry, it is difficult to see. I've got a beautiful sunset out my window that's open. Everything in the room quite dark. So we really need detailing weather. could, I suppose, pop Manchester on. Only a Jersey ATIS for us. There's loads of London online. Might get passed over to Paris. Could be a ATC all the way, which would be good. So let's have a look at 29015 Gus 25. It's almost down the run anyway, so it is going to be 27. Space on my desk. So, like I said, no ATIS 16th, 5th, Zulu, 290, 15 Gus 25, NK, few at 500. I'll check the departure minimum. Broken at 6. Pressure is 10. Dew point is, you would expect, to 7. So we had 3-1 set. 7 set. Might as well call clearance. And going to the departure for which I think is relatively low. It's 4,000. So let's say 100. Getting 3,000. So VNav here, it's got 3,000 select, which I find odd. MSA is 1,500 the way we're going. .68 is the departure track, which would probably just have a look at takeoff minimums. Nothing on the cloud, 10k visibility, so happy. We'll probably go from, well, we will go from Alpha 1, which gives us the full length of takeoff, 583 meters. There's a control, good evening, prefect 99. Oh, I don't think I'm transmitting. So, for some reason, the PTT seems to have ditched itself. So, apologies. Why has that gone to a do nothing? X-Pilot radio push to talk. Okay, that should work. I hope the timer and anything doesn't change, because I know that's paused the sim. Jersey Control, good evening, Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, Jersey Control, good evening, go ahead.
Hello again, Prefect 99, Challenger 650 on the eastern apron at Guernsey. No ATIS, QNH 1027. Request departure clearance to Norfolk, please.
Prefect 99, you're cleared to destination Echo Golf Whiskey Uniform via the ORIST 1 Charlie departure runway 27, score 1213.
Cleared to Norfolk via the ORIST 1 Charlie runway 27, squawk 1213, Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, readback is correct, report ready for push and start.
There'll be no push required, and we'll call for start, Prefect. Okay, so actually he gave us ORIST 1 Charlie. Just control Prefect 99, apologies, we've only got ORIST 1 X-ray on chart.
What's that, you don't have one?
I think you cleared us ORIST 1 Charlie, and you only have ORIST 1 X-ray.
Apologies, my mistake, it should be the ORIST 1 X-ray. That is correct.
Roger, ORIST 1 X-ray, no problem, Prefect 99. I guess they've changed and he's just got in the habit of saying it. So 27, 1 X-ray, worth clarifying, especially because he's busy, otherwise I'd have gaffed it off. Will he give us to London? I'm going to tune 12942 just in case, and if not we can then switch, change and then switch back. So, oh no worries, thanks Dishy. Sorry, I've literally only just seen that message. So, departure wise, 01 max 210, 02 max 210, max 250 at 4, that's above 2, 4 is our stop, we have been cleared to ORIST at 4, Squawkwards 3, and are we, you know, it's 10 degrees, cabin's at 12. So our cruise today, got our calc fuel, let's delete that out. Sensed fuel 2120. I'm going to have to pop my lights on internally in a moment, just because I can't see. Our cruise is 210230, that's a step climb. Pop 210 in. And our alternate cruise is at 180. 0 fuel weight is not going to change, 13090. Our gross weight will of course change. Estimated takeoff weight 15274, of course with a little bit of burn, a lot of burn actually. We now set up the transition altitude here on the climb out is 5000. It's going to be a 300.78, not that that appears to make much difference. Cruise is 0 east. Descent is again going to be 300. And having a look and seeing what the current pressure at Ortho is, 1020 at 6000, so it's going to be flight level 70. Might as well do this on the ground, get it out of the way. Done that. So if they get here, shall we call it 17?
Hello, Captain. It's Jenny from Hot Start Flight Support. Your passengers have arrived. Shall I have them brought to the plane? Understood.
No.
Just call me when you're ready to receive them. Anything else? Always a pleasure. Take care.
Okay, so 50 kilos for taxis, correct actually. What time, if we do get them on board, let's call it 1740. And index data link, index route menu, flight plan, wind update, send, should work. So we will speak into Jersey Control. It's over. So did I get to the anti-ice panel? Yes, so I've got to check it. This one first. I forget. I'll tell you what I'll do from the checklist.
Flight compartment checklist. AC and DC electrics, nav lights, logo light.
checked. Lights. I tell you what. Enter. Inspection. Lights on. Now they are. Nav. Logo.
Cockpit lights. Lamp test. Duct monitor.
Checked.
FMS database status.
Check.
FMS flight plan uplink.
Did.
ATIS. Anti-skid.
I did, and I keep dropping everything.
Nose door. Hydraulic 3A pump.
We checked all of those.
Brake pressure.
All sufficient.
Parking brake.
Set.
Nose door.
Clear.
Hydraulic panel and pumps.
Let's double check they are all in position. They are.
Electric panel.
We did check that they were set to off/reset.
AC/DC utility switch. Start ignition panel.
Checked.
Fuel panel.
Checked.
APU LCV.
Not done.
10th stage isolation valve.
Not done.
Packs.
Off.
Air conditioning panel.
Set.
Pressurization panel.
Oh, that was one thing I didn't do. So, middle, down, in, manual enunciated, port light. The destination is quite low and pressure has dropped, so it's somewhere around there, I think.
Bleed air panel.
We want to recheck.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice panel switch.
Checked.
Cal anti-ice switches.
Put them in, and there was no caution.
Anti-ice panel.
So wing off, to right off, pushed out. So it's check those. It's too high. Test. Or green. And then cautions come on. Detect. Nice. Big overheat.
Wing overheat.
Should.
Wing
Message,
overheat.
and it did say test OK.
Emergency lights.
So we can, they are off. They go on. The arm.
Passenger signs.
Pop those on.
ELT.
Armed.
Glare shield panel.
So we are set for the departure. Set FMS. We are cleared. I'll go up 210 max, so we'll take 200. Let's clear this caution.
Crew and passenger oxygen.
Let's just say we've checked it. We've got 1860 on the oxy bottle, which gradually goes down by.
DCU warning panel.
I'm not going to check.
CVR.
So that
Audio panels.
they are set. We're only reading just one.
SPS system.
Shall we see if we can manage this? Still fail. Ignition. I'll do anything with G. You've got to do it at the same time. You're meant to have a look at the see full up elevator. Forward stop. G switch. Yeah, I just run out of hands to do it all.
Integrated standby instrument.
So that looks checked set at set 340. 033.
Clock.
That is reset.
EFIS ICAS.
Checked.
Main landing gear bay overheat.
Gear bay overheat.
Checked.
TOS warning switches.
They are all out. Test.
Glide slope. Pull up.
Pitch and roll disconnects.
Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
Both in.
Ground spoilers.
Terrain.
Stowed.
Pull up.
Thrust reversers.
Now, what do I have to do for the thrust reversers? Do I have to arm them? So I do. I have to check and arm them.
Thrust levers.
Da-da-da. Go there.
Good day, Speedbird, 6 Mike Charlie with you, stand 1 Jersey.
Engine speed switches.
A319 requesting clearance to Heathrow, please.
On.
Engine vibration check.
Speedbird, 6 Mike Charlie, Jersey Control, hello. I haven't received a flight plan for you yet.
Checked.
No problem,
Oral
I'll
warning.
recycle it.
All warnings are. Yeah.
Smoke detector.
Smoke detector. Is this one?
Speedbird 2772, Jersey Control, hello. Lima 1 Juliet, arrival
Smoke.
for landing runway 26, descent.
Smoke. Smoke.
Trims. Mach trim.
Okay, so that and in up, trim, stab 1. Cautions. Set 5. I guess leave it there for takeoff. No, why don't we go like 4? Because I always feel the need to push down on takeoff. See what we get, how we go with 4.
Yacht ampers.
Go. I still wanted to be there. So on, no cautions.
Reversionary inhibit switches.
Normal.
IRS.
Mind.
CPDLC.
Not required.
TCAS.
Because of course that's where test is.
TCAS system test
ATIS
okay.
and clearance.
ATIS clearance received.
FMS flight plan. Wind update. Perf.
We've definitely done that. We have to do perf for landing.
Takeoff data.
Takeoff data I haven't done, have I? So we'll take our current wind, we'll take our current weight, sorry, and 29015. Don't put the gust in. Correct runway. APR is on. CG we can't do. Can do, I think. But you can't. Oh no, it's D for distance, isn't it? No, okay, I'll shut up. Well, we've got ample performance for our departure. And of course, through.
Avionics and charts.
Avionics pretty much set up as I want.
Flight instruments.
So attitude is sensible, heading is set for departure, FMS1, V-speed set, airspeed indicator, speed bug is set, 4000 to the top climb is set, pressure is set, cross, 9.01.
Departure briefing.
So we're going to taxi out and then it's straight ahead 268 to an RNAV waypoint, so there's no speeds required. Right turn max 210, it's 250 at EVGA. All at 4 we'll expect a higher climb.
Emergency procedures.
None.
Pins, covers, chocks.
Taking all the pins out.
Cabin lights, water heaters, master seat. Flight compartment checklist complete. Engine start checklist
Days.
next.
So let's get our customers on the way.
Hot Start Flight Support, Jenny speaking. How can we help? Understood. They'll be there in a couple of minutes. Anything else? Always a pleasure. Take care.
So power fuel EGT's outside air temperature RPM is 0. Start the stopwatch. And I'm going to put some lights on. Pretty nice sunset out of my window.
Speedbird 6 Mike Charlie request push and start. Speedbird 6 Mike Charlie push and start through face east, the Jersey QNH 1027.
Good APU.
Push and start facing east 1027, Speedbird 6 Mike Charlie.
So AC, I think the manual says about 8 kVA, 115 volts, 400 hertz, green gen, blue APU, and
Speedbird 2772,
buses.
descend altitude 3000 feet.
EC, all on, including utils, batteries charging. So that's off. Not had 2 minutes yet. Chock's taken out as well. Chock's out, happy days. So there's 2 minutes. LCV, isolation valve, axe.
Speedbird 2772, leave Jersey VOR heading 100 degrees. Okay, depart Jersey heading 100, Speedbird 2772.
Hello, Captain. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
That's great to hear. Well, we're all set back there, so we can get going anytime.
Okay,
Approach Golf Bravo Zulu Whiskey Golf, request radio check please. Golf Bravo Zulu Whiskey Golf, Jersey Control, hello, your readability 5. Thank you, Golf Bravo Zulu Whiskey Golf.
so doors shut. I'm going to assume that you have to leave that open for takeoff and landing.
Speedbird 2772, descend altitude.
Oh, London's gone offline, that's a shame.
2000, Speedbird 2772.
Is Control Prefect 99 East Apron at Guernsey, request engine start.
Prefect 99 starts approved, report ready for taxi. Guernsey QNH is 1027.
Start approved, Wilco QNH 1027, Prefect 99. So, they are sat
Speedbird
down.
2772, left turn
That's
heading
off.
030 degrees. 0.
Engine start checklist. Doors.
Clear.
Parking brake and pressure.
So, I need the hydraulics for that.
Checked and set. Fuel quantity and balance.
30 kilos.
Beacon. On. Fuel boost pumps.
And I
Ignition. Armed. Engine 2 start.
So we're good for engine 2. You probably can't quite see it there. So N2, oil pressure increasing. 3% N2, yes, that's the 120, N1's turning on. Flow is increasing, you guys can't see that. Is increasing. The red line though, pressure is 55%.
Fuel
There it
system.
is. Off. Both of these come off. Right fuel pump caution. Left low pressure.
Engine 1 start.
So clear to start 1. Starting 1. Pressure. Did I press that for long enough? There we go, N2's turning. 20% ITT less than 120, M1's turning on. Low increase. Pressure has increased and is steady. ITT's increasing. And N2 to 50.
Engine start checklist complete.
Off.
After start checklist, next. After start checklist. Generator 1 and 2.
So AC not online yet. DC is currently off.
On, checked AC and DC. Ignition.
T. Green checked.
Packs. On. 14th stage. Open. Cowl anti-ice. On, check 45 seconds. Flight controls.
Actually, you guys want to see that? So, full elevator, correct. They're on correct sense. But all 3.
Ground spoilers.
So, ground spoilers. Auto, we go to disarm, nothing deployed. Go to arm, deploy. So, stow.
Flight spoilers.
Flight spoilers, we go max, deployed, off, stowed,
Cowl anti-ice.
Al anti-ice, caution, on.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice. Trims.
You're meant to check them all correct sense and then set the neutral. Do that.
No steer. Armed. APR.
APR test is down here. Test 1. Okay, test 2. Okay,
ADG unit.
Unit is down, isn't it? There it is. 1000. 1000. Off.
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice.
To eliminate before 2 minutes. Just.
Cowl anti-ice.
Off.
Wing anti-ice. Norm. 14-stage isolation valve. Wing anti-ice.
Heat. Right heat. Action amber. N2.
Checked. Off. ATS.
Oh, I tell you what I didn't do was press
N1 TO.
OGA.
ATC TCAS.
Nav. The next one. ETS and TCAS. It's not set TCAS RA.
After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist next.
Okay. It's going to be pretty short. I'm not going to do the message for takeoff. Should have done it before engine start. It's quite a long message. 899 East Apron at Guernsey. It's taxi. Control, apologies. Prefect 99, we received muted. East Apron at Guernsey, it's taxi.
Prefect 99, taxi holding point Alpha 1, runway 27.
Alpha 1, runway 27, Prefect 99.
1028.
NH1028, Prefect 99.
Taxi checklist. Taxi lights. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
So we're not clear to the left, we're going to go in medium.
Should be there 2772,
Brakes and
welcome to
steering.
Jersey, taxi stand 4 via Alpha. Stand 4 via
Reverse thrust.
We'll check that. Brakes off. There's some pretty spots.
Big Flight Charlie ready for departure. The 6 Mike Charlie, runway 26, you clear takeoff, surface winds 280 degrees at 16 knots. Let's take on 260 there, 6 Mike Charlie.
Versus checked.
If taxiing the de-ice, pause checklist here until the paper de-ice checklist is complete. Flaps. 20. Altimeters. Radar weather.
I'll do
On.
terrain.
Takeoff briefing.
See. Takeoff briefing. Well, we're going to hold out for 1. Straight ahead, JB W01, right turn, max 210, 4. Complex departure, and we can fly conventionally anyway.
Taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist next.
So Alpha 1, let's come around here in Jersey.
99, runway 27, clear takeoff, surface winds 290 degrees at 19 knots.
Clear takeoff runway 27, brief.
Before takeoff checklist. Passenger signs. Advised on. Anti-collision light. On. Probes. On. Windshield heat. On. Wing and cowl anti-ice.
Required.
Continuous ignition. On. ATC
Mike Charlie,
TCAS.
report your passing altitude.
TARA.
2,600
Supplemental ground wing anti-ice
Roger.
plan.
Speedbird 6 Mike Charlie,
Check.
climb now, flight
CAS.
level 190.
Takeoff config okay.
Flight level 190.
Yeah, takeoff config okay.
Landing, pulse, recog lights. On. Before
Approaching
takeoff checklist complete.
27.
After takeoff checklist next.
1742 for the takeoff.
On runway 27. Flaps.
30 FPS. 1742, let's go. ASI is reading. There's 80. V1. There's rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Flight director. See the airplane's twitchy from the wind. Flap up 2. Approaching lower positive gear limit. So pitch, VNAV.
After takeoff checklist. Landing gear. Up. Flaps. 0. Thrust reversers. Off. Ignition. Off. Pressurization. Checked. PAX transition.
Doing all that.
Completed.
10.
N1. Climb set. APU generator. Off. APU. Shut down. Passenger signs.
Willie Monk, a bit bumpier.
CAS.
Clear.
After takeoff checklist complete.
Which on the takeoff, I guess it wasn't nose down, it was nose up. Oh, interesting, I don't get the ETAs on the other one. I thought I configured it. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's ETA points. Would be quite useful. Difficult to tell if we're in cloud. Over the sea.
Prefect 99, report your altitude.
Altitude 4,000 feet, Prefect 99.
Prefect 99, what's your climb flight number 120?
Climb flight level 120, Prefect 99. So, it's 0. Frame rate's still good. Still got the speed limit. Oh no, VNAV off. Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn it off rather than instance. See, it looks bumpy as hell. Just about see some lights over there. Hey. If we get a little bit more performance out of this. Too crazy. Starts a bit intense. Report call sign Sid, current altitude and cleared altitude. First contact with Jersey with him, so straight away.
Charlie, route direct to ORIST. Route directing to ORIST. Is this Charlie? Prefect 99, climb flat 190.
And flight level 190, prefect. Looks like it's smoothed out a bit, doesn't it? And I'm going to be cheeky. Speed 2.
Charlie, contact Bump Control 129 and 425. 129, 45, thanks, is that it?
Oh no. Alternate fuel. Standard pressure, it's climbing happily. Nothing to choosing. 5-4. Midnight request further climb.
Prefect 99, contact Control 129 and 425.
I'll do 129.425, thanks for the service. See you again soon, President. Wasn't helpful.
Front 07, hello, you're remaining outside of my sector today. Just remain on Unicom and Heathrow Director will send you a private message to contact them approximately 10 miles from the Alpha Mike. Okay, thank you.
Under control, good evening. Prefect 99, ORIST 1 X-ray, flight level 19.
Prefect 99, London, hello, ROXOG 1 Hotel arrival.
ROXOG 1 Hotel, Prefect 99.
6 Mike Charlie, fly radar heading 030 degree. Radar heading 030, sleep at 6 Mike Charlie. Prefect 99, turn left heading 030 degree.
Left heading 030, any chance further climb?
Prefect 99, roger. Climb flight level 210.
On flight level 210, Prefect 99.
Southwest 2 for my bar, I'm climbing.
Yeah, I'm climbing. I had an issue, sorry.
Quite out here, we'll maintain 300.
Hotel Romeo, contact Gary Director 126, next Malay 255.
So 1085 on it.
Control, good evening, Speedbird 558, fly level 420.
At 558, London Control, hello, do you have lab no 1 Juliet transition for runway 27?
Gonna set that up now. Love Juliet 1 transition to say.
Lab no 1 Juliet.
Love 1 Juliet transition. Speedbird 558.
See, military stations will give you stuff up to flight 200. It's not an automatic report either. Got the TAF as well, which is fine. So perf wise.
I'm not going to ring that little bit of airspace there. If you give the Heathrow director a call about 12 knots. Right, good 558, send flight level 90 and route direct to Antwerp.
Descend flight level 90 and direct Antwerp. Speedbird 558.
Good 1558, flight level 390.
So 1215 with the factors.
15 Papa Zulu, climb flight level 390. London Control, easy notification, let me keep up. 958 London, hello, keep right turn tight, 5 and flight level 210. Okay,
What I did need to check was the climb gradients. So 5, ground speed 20. Yes. So our minimum is 5% of 0.
Navigation direct Coxie, switch to Unicom 122 estimate, right. Navigation direct Coxie, monitor Unicom 122 estimate, right.
It's actually 384, but of course we can't put that in, so we'll round it up.
Right, switch to 4 Bravo, climb up 350 and resume navigation direct Coxie.
0, 1085, 250,
and direct to Coxie.
57 Bovington.
958 climb now, flight level 210.
do that just in case. Still maintaining the head.
Climb now, flight level 210.
Indeed.
One flight 43 Yankee X-ray, Alpha. 43 Yankee X-ray, good evening. Bravo 1 Lima, run for Leighton. 1 Lima, to Leighton, easy for 3 Yankee X-ray. Good, 558, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QH 1021.
Descent 6,000 feet right now. Speed limit 558.
Okay, I apologise, I won't be looking at the chat. I've just got approach plates and TIG.
I want to transfer 558 because we get radar vectors because the autopilot's mainly able to direct.
Good 558, Roger, fly radar heading 245.
245, speed limit 558.
Well, that's interesting. Military taps give 390. Jepson give that a little bit lower. I guess they round them up. Yeah, minus 20. Quite.
Level 20 miles. Right, 20 miles before. That's it for John. Control, filter 3, where ZM. Okay, thanks. I'll just drive through, I just know one. X-ray, inbound plan, but number 1 X-ray, Zulu, London, hello, right, chap. T3G X-ray, just confirm your standard pressure set. Stay firm in term FSS, that's 0 label. Roger. London, hello, climb now, flight level 120. Flight level 120, 25, what is the Unicom 122 dash break? Unicom 125.
Not what to say, really. Maybe it might get vectored around the houses. 972.
Climb now, flight level 210. Climb now, flight level 210. Star 901, redirect dagger. Direct dagger. London control, good evening, easy 576, Foxtrot, when you pass it, flight level 0. Easy 7, person easy 576, Foxtrot, London control, hello, descent, flight level 150, kidney 1 Golf right. Descent 150, Kidney 1 Golf arrival, easy 576, Foxtrot. 99, resume navigation, direct Hazel, when ready to send flight level 130 to overlap Hazel.
Hey, I nav direct Hazel when ready descent flight level 130 Hazel prefect 99.
Good, 558, turn right heading 255, descent altitude 4,000 feet.
255, 4,000.
Descent checklist. Shoulder
Good,
harness.
155, one is Unicom 1
Passenger silence.
Was that 7080? Yes, Unicom 1 base.
Yeah, fine.
Fine, lovely.
No. Let's not go too crazy, aeroplane. Oh, what am I doing? That's why we got 290 set, we're going into a climb.
Good, 808, hello, contact Heathrow director 119 address 470. Over to director 11975. Right, Swiss 24, Mike Bravo, 1 is Unicom 122 dash plane west. 12 is Malaysia,
Hey, passenger signs, well,
Star 981, 1 is Unicom
So, believe
Pressurization.
check
Fuel quantity and balance.
40.
FMS, landing data, charts.
Check set and available.
London, good evening, Beeline 2094, climbing through 3,800 at length 25.
Well, it's vectors to 25, tune ready and charts.
ENAV transition flight level.
Done.
Descent checklist complete. In range checklist next.
So we're doing in range.
Good evening, Lufthansa 320
On 10.
310 descending 30 direct orbit.
Lufthansa 322, London, hello, it's 96, 1 Golf, we're up for Gatwick, descent flight level 130 to be level at altitude.
Clear right now, the bus is 1 Golf to Gatwick, that's 322.
2730, climb level 140.
So what I'm actually going to do is delete that out. And we're just using what would be the green banana, but it's in this aeroplane.
Climbing 2,600. 8731 under control, LA, climb down.
See, the M1's pretty high in flight for this
Level
aeroplane,
110, control.
even though the fuel flow is
58, turns
high.
rising 265.
265 through 558.
No speed restriction at Hazel, 250 below 10, and next speed restriction.
The DC-43 AKX ready to disregard flight level 200 at Mayfield. Acknowledge onto Mayfield, DC-43 AKX ready. 36 Mike Charlie, contact Heathrow Director 119 at decimal 725, correct. Gigabyte 6 Mike Charlie, contact Heathrow Director 119 at decimal 725, correct. 1925, yeah. Gigabyte 2730, climb back 350.
Not Plaza 350,
Control, speed of 558, permission change set localizer.
Direction speed of 558 as approved, report fully established ILS runway 27.
We'll report when established, speed of 558.
Of Delta Bravo 3, you still with me? Delta Bravo 3. Golf Delta Bravo 3, roger. You are cleared to Bologna. After departure, standard noise abatement at Oxford, turn on tracking Goodwood, Golf, Whiskey, Charlie.
Oxford, good effort.
Climbing into controlled airspace, flight level 80.
Frame rate.
And squawk. Squawk 0521. Golf Bravo 3, cleared.
That's a lot of drift we've got.
Standard noise abatement procedures, people to Whiskey, Charlie, flight level 80 to control airspace, and squawking 0521. Golf Delta Bravo 3, correct. Report at 1. Prefect 99, descend flight level 70.
Descent flight level 70, prefect 99.
T8731, redirect Coxie, climb flight level 290. For Coxie, flight level 30, here, control 576 Foxtrot, descend flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, easy 576, Foxtrot.
Didn't want it to yo-yo.
576 Foxtrot, call Gatwick Director on 126.825 away.
There it goes, yo-yoing.
Gatwick Director, easy 576, Foxtrot.
Prefect 99, contact Heathrow Director 119 at decimal 725 away.
Heathrow Director 11975, thanks for the service, seekers. Bye. Director, good evening. Prefect 9. ROXOG 1 Hotel, passing flight level 5, descending flight level 70. Should do at Heathrow, Challenger 650.
Prefect 99, Heathrow Director, good evening. Descent flight level 80, runway 25 at Ortho.
Flight level 8025 north.
Gigabyte 808, descent altitude 4,000 feet, wind localizer established, runway 27 left, descent glide path. Descent 4,000, when localizer established, descent with the glide, speedbird 80 away.
Pretty bad RT tonight as well, just my brain being slow. So still on a flight level 1020, it's 1021 throw. The frame rate is looking okay. Reaching 100.
999, leave Ockham heading 040 degrees.
Leave Ockham heading 040 degrees. So what we can do...
808, speed 180 knots or greater. 180 or greater, speedbird 808.
is say that it will be about 048.
Bird 69 Charlie, you've got 30 miles, runway 27 left, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1021.
So that gets us going the right way in enough time. If it was a longer turn, something like 090, I'd just put that in the aeroplane return. Gaze altitude alert. That just gets the aeroplane turning in the right direction, just to give you time to put heading, in case you forget. So 040 leaving Ockham.
Speed 160 knots or greater, maintain till 4 DME. 160 greater till 4, speedbird 80 away.
There's 80 and...
999, speed 250 knots available.
we are able to speed 250, prefect 99.
Character, good evening, speedbird 869 are passing 30. 869, Hebrew director, roger.
So we're off the start. Get rid of and in a moment there we are overhead. So heading.
Good 808, contact T for return now 118.5 to 5. 118.5, thanks a lot, bye bye. Good 69 Charlie, you've got 20 miles, runway 27 left. Roger. Good 869, turn left, heading 240 degrees, descent to level 80, runway 27 left.
So we'll get the in-range checklist underway.
In-range checklist. APU. Started. Altimeters. Avionics. External lights.
The lights are all on.
N1 target.
26 front miles, runway 25 at Norfolk, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1021. So in range, lights.
Favorite 6 Mike Charlie, turn left, heading 300 degrees. Wind localizer established, runway 27 left, descent right.
APU pass transition.
Established, descent left, descent glide path, do it. Charlie. Favorite 869, descent altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1021. You've got 4 traffic.
Avail completed. APU generator. On. CAS.
Check's clear.
In range checklist complete. Before landing checklist next.
Go rows, and let's try the distance back down. So we've got traffic on the right hand side there.
Prefect 99, speed 220 knots.
220 knots, prefect 9. Interference.
Number 6 Mike Charlie, descend 3000 feet.
Checked. I-NHT.
3000 feet and...
Boy, it's busy. So I'm just keeping it at 1,000 feet a minute, just to enable us to.
Left heading 360 degrees.
Left heading 360 degrees, prefect 9. Speed to come back as well. Oh, that's pretty much what he's given us.
99, descend altitude 5,000 feet, 16 flat land to touchdown.
And altitude 5,000 feet, prefect 9. So we're actually...
Number 869, descend altitude 4,000 feet, when localizer established, runway 27 left, descend going fast.
There's a direct to the final.
6 Mike Charlie, once fully established, speed 160 knots, maintain until 40 feet.
Established 160 knots until 4 was the visit from Charlie.
Moderate that descent a little bit.
Disregard choice, favourite 6 Mike Charlie, tower 185, good evening.
185, thanks, see you.
Prefect 99, descend altitude 4,000 feet, there's no ETC speed restriction.
And altitude 4,000 feet, free speed prefect. So it will 200 rather than getting too quick.
On that one picture. 485, here for director, thanks. Number 869, just got 3456 for me, please.
That is a bit much.
Number 34, correction 869, squawk 3456.
3456 coming up.
Prefect 99, turn left heading 280 degrees, descend altitude 2,500 feet, clear RS runway 25.
Left heading 280 degrees, descend altitude 2,500. LS 25, prefect 9.
Red, correction ED485, climb to altitude 6,000 feet. 6,000 feet, 45.
Peter Director, good evening, Flybird 117, Boeing 747, 400, information Alpha descending, fly level and bound bobbing in.
Firebird 117, Haver Director, good evening, descend flight level 80, leave Bovington, heading 120 degrees.
Descend flight level 80, leave Bovington, heading 120 degrees, Firebird 117.
So a much nicer approach. Vector to final.
485, climb down, flight level 110.
Approach armed, correct, which you'd identified just a little bit below the glide. Cancel the altitude of
Prefect
that.
19, you can descend altitude 1,800 feet further with the glide path.
And altitude 1,800 further with the glide prefect.
Good, 869, speed 180 knots or greater.
Speed 180 or greater, speed 169.
2,500.
180 is the intercept. So I'm just going to tweak that back. Localizer capture. 300 feet a minute on the glide. 6 miles, I'm not going to put the gear down early. I know you want to. But keep it clean.
Prefect 99, runway 25, wind 300 degrees at 11 knots, land at your discretion, report vacated.
Runway 25, land my discretion, will code prefect 99. Isolate capture.
Director, good evening, United 901 Heavy 12000 descending over Bovington for level 70. United 901 Heavy Director, good evening, descend flight level 80, leave Bovington heading 120 degrees. Down flight level 80, depart Bovington heading 120 degrees, United 901 Heavy. 5
4.
4762.
Squawk 476 5 bed 117.
Bit of drift.
United 901 turn right heading 160 degrees. Right, we're heading 16 degrees, United 1, correction 901. United 901, there's a few aircraft on Unicom just near another few I'm not in contact with them in case you get a traffic alert. Okay, we've got TCAS up, we'll keep it out, thanks United 901. Firebird 117, descend flight level 70. Descend flight level 70, Firebird
Before
117.
landing checklist. Landing gear level. Down indicating. No steer. Arc center clear. Anti-skid. Armed testing. Passenger signs. On. Wing cowl anti-ice. Continuous
Quiet.
20 degrees, plan 27 left, United 901 heavy.
Thrust reversers. Armed. Spoilers. Stowed auto. Flaps. Set. Cast. Before landing checklist complete. After landing checklist next.
4,000 feet, QNH 1021, landing
Approaching
27, left
2,
5
5.
bed 117.
United 901, speed 250 knots.
500.
250 knots, United
Ooh,
901
that, those two cautions didn't go at the same time, which is odd.
Approaching minimums.
Flight level 156, inbound, Papa November. Bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo, Heathrow Director, good evening, descend, flight level 110. Descend 110, speed bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo. 3 Foxtrot Romeo, squawk 2172. Squawk 2172,
100.
speed bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo. 506, descend, flight level 90,
50,
speed
40,
220
30,
knots.
20, 10.
That was a bit of a balloon. There we go.
1,200 meters remaining.
And it was a bit heavy on the brakes as well. That said hard landing. I thought that was a greaser, especially after that float.
1 turn left by 5 degrees, descend flight level 70. Degrees left and down to flight level 70, United 90. Bird 506. Bird 117, turn right heading 180 degrees.
Turn right heading 180 degrees, 5 bed 117.
After landing checklist. Landing pulse recog lights.
901, you've got 30 man to touchdown, runway 27 left, descend to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH is 1021. On 4,000 feet, QNH 1021, United
Off.
901.
Anti-collision lights. Off. Continuous ignition. Off. Windshield heat. Off.
99 runway
Probes.
vacated north.
Off. Wing anti-ice.
99, thank you.
Off. Cow anti-ice.
Bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo, descend flight level 90, leave Bovington heading 120 degrees.
Spoilers.
Reduce speed 220 knots.
Stowed. Flaps. 0. ATC TCAS. Alt on. Radar mode. Standby. After landing checklist complete. Engine shutdown checklist next.
Bird 117, descend altitude 3,000 feet, turn right heading 240 degrees, wind localizer established 240.
I thought that was good, apart from the rapid drop out the sky and the balloon.
240.
240,
Definitely didn't feel like a hard landing.
Established 27 left, descent glide 5 bed 117.
United 901, speed 220 knots.
So 220 knots, United 901 Heavy.
Bird 506, Heathrow director. Speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo, fly heading 120 degrees.
5120, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Shall we go on 4 again? Taxi lights, wow. You see, you do need them on. The pan is much better lit.
Bird 117, speed 160 knots or greater, maintain till 4 DME.
Speed 160 knots or greater, maintains 4 DME, fly bird 117.
Oh, I didn't call up, did I?
United 901,
For a van.
speed 180 knots.
Speed 180 knots, United 901 Heavy.
Bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo, descend flight level 80.
Descend 80, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Bird 117, contact Heathrow Tower 118.5, goodbye.
Contact the tower 118.5, fly bird 117, bye bye.
Hot start flight support. Jenny speaking. How can we help? Understood. We'll have that ready for you. Anything else? Always a pleasure. Take
Engine
care.
shutdown checklist. Taxi lights. Off.
Turn 180 degrees, United 901 Heavy.
Set. Reverse thrust. Stowed.
Bird 3
Generators
Foxtrot Romeo,
1
turn
and
left
2.
heading 100 degrees.
F100, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Off. Engine 2 shut down.
United 901, turn right heading 240 degrees, descend
Fuel
altitude
boost
3000
temps.
feet, when localizer established, runway 27 left, descend climb path.
Turn 240 degrees, maintain 3000, and when established on the localizer, descend via the glide path, United 901 Heavy.
Fuel system. Engine 1 shut down. Check ITT below 350 degrees Celsius.
It is.
Anti-ice. Off. 14th stage.
70, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Line goal.
Roger, low shot 9 Golf at 8,000, descending 7,000 inbound Bovingdon.
9 Golf, director, good evening, leave Bovingdon heading 120 degrees, maintain flight level 80.
Maintain 80 and
Off.
report into
Beacon.
Bovingdon heading 110 degrees, shot 9 Golf.
What did he say?
Heading 120 after Bovingdon.
Off.
120.
No steer.
3 Foxtrot Romeo, you've got about 28
ATC
crap miles, runway
TCAS.
27 left, I need you to expedite the descent, please.
Expediting now, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Bird 506, Heathrow director.
Parking brake if chalked.
We will pop it off.
Tango 69er, Heathrow director. Currently heading 310.
Minus 228 on Valenta.
8,600 feet.
Break off.
Passenger signs.
Go Tango 69, Heathrow director, good evening, roger.
Off. Cabin differential.
Bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo,
0
descend altitude
PSI.
4,000 feet.
Engine
QNH
shutdown
is
checklist
1021.
complete. Securing checklist next.
Descend 4,000, QNH 1021, speedbird 3 Foxtrot Romeo.
Bird 3 Foxtrot Romeo, turn right heading 180 degrees.
Turn right 180, speedbird 1 Foxtrot Romeo. 3
Tango
Foxtrot
69,
Romeo.
turn right 050 degrees. Tango 69, turn right heading 050 degrees.
The airport taxi's here. Thank you, Captain. Great flight as always.
United 901, speed 160
Well,
knots,
I'll see
maintain
you
till
next
4 DME.
time.
160 knots to 4 DME, United 901 Heavy.
Into 901, thanks, contact Heathrow Tower 118.5.
Team 5, good day, United 901 Heavy.
Holding Golf, correction shuttle 9 Golf, descend flight level 70.
Let's give you an idea of all the traffic. See that? Bring it up here. That was not bad.
Sorry, shuttle 9 Golf, make it 250 knots, please. 250 knots, shuttle 9.
Straight over the top as well. Gives you an idea of just how many aeroplanes there are. What we might do after this is jump over to Heathrow and see if
Romeo, turn right, heading 240 degrees.
just see if velocity's made much of a difference. Halo, thanks for joining, and I'm glad you're flying it too. If you weren't, I'd say buy it. So
Speed 180 knots.
we'll shut this aeroplane down, pop all the pins in. Punters have all gone.
London, Emirates 22 with you.
Oh dear, what happened there?
Emirates 22, contact Heathrow, correction, London 129425. 129.
Oh, and again we can't see it. The old trick, there we go.
9 Golf, descend altitude 4,000 feet.
Well, what we can do is that. Look at that. Even the light works. How cool is that? Expertly modelled, if you ask me.
Tango 69, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH is 1021, reduce speed 18.
Nose door.
Hit the wrong thing there.
Nose door.
Tango 69, reducing to 6,000 feet, QNH 1021. Tunnel 9 Golf, runway 27 left, speed 220 knots.
So what, Helimed 21 Alpha was not. So, that is.
Helimed 21 Alpha, from heard you the first time, told you to stand by, I'll call you back.
Got a point.
Red 3 Fox Romeo, speed 180 knots, maintain till 6 near me. 180 till 6, speed 3 Fox Romeo. The Tango 69, you can expect runway 27 left, descend to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH is 1021. Tango, runway 27 left, descending to 6,000 feet, to QNH 1020. At 1021. 1021, my mistake, sorry. 9 Golf, speed
Securing
180 knots,
checklist.
turn right, heading.
Emergency lights. AC/DC utility switch. Headsets.
Off.
Thrust reversers.
Disarmed.
Chocks.
They are in.
Parking brake.
Off.
Hydraulic pumps.
Can now come off.
Nav lights. Logo light.
The logo can come off, the nav will stay on until take power.
APU generator.
Will come off,
APU start stop.
as will that.
Packs. LCV 10th stage isolation valve.
Both closed.
APU power fuel.
That will come off.
ICAS APU gauge. Battery master. Cockpit refuel panel. Service lights.
They are all off.
Pins and covers.
Done those.
Securing checklist complete.
Go. The aeroplane to a quiet stop. Power fuel's out. Ah, I didn't pop that in, did I? That on the whole time and he didn't pick up on it. Entirely my bad. So you see, it's still easy to make these. Details are great. Did I see the gauges? If you push the brake, yes, the hydraulic one's in the nose bay. It's incredible. I don't think we are going to get any audio. What I might do is just join as an observer on the ground. Let's go back to the FBO, shut the airplane up. And I think if we join in the 152, 172. Our aeroplane put to the bed. Hey, I stopped okay there, nose wheel on the line. There she is. What a fun bird. Let's go into the terminal. I don't think there's anything else for me to turn off, but if you guys want, we can do a bit of spotting. It's only 6:30, and see if velocity. So that's us back in the FBO, which I think is a good trigger. Disconnect VATSIM. Why don't we just... that was Matt Hardy on Heathrow. He said no probs. So we'll disconnect. Then I want connect in shared cockpit observer mode. Let's do that. Let's do... No, it's not that way. It's plane spotting. So, Cessna at Heathrow. Where's one of the better stands to plop ourselves? Maybe one of these? We're not going to appear, so maybe we should be in the middle. That'll do, look, 313. I think that's a remote stand. Right, I've turned everything else off. We've put the aeroplane to bed. So why don't we have a look? One thing I am struggling with the Challenger is certain game. Okay, so if I connect in observer mode, shouldn't. Just going to check the map. Shouldn't appear. There should be somebody over here, and they can park in us. They can do loads of stuff. So that's terminal, or isn't it? There should be an aeroplane over here. We are meant to be able to hear them, hear reverse thrust, loads of stuff. Not connect in observer mode. So what I'll do is I'll pop the battery on so we can hear. Okay. Batteries on. In reality, I know how to work one of these. It's been a while. Go Avionics. So, do we want to hear who? Heathrow delivery, Heathrow Tower 1185. There we go.
69 low, continue approach.
Continue approach, Tango Tower.
That does look better, doesn't it?
Direct to 11975, bye-bye. 11975 is speed 178, go, thanks, bye.
They look less jerky on the ground already. I can tell just by taxiing. I've only got XCSL, so I doubt. Well, he might still have his flaps down. Why don't we head over here? I think you are hearing CSL's making noise for a change. His strobes go off. I do apologise if it's a bit too loud. Yeah, strobes went off.
Hold it Cobra initially for 502.
These flaps look like they're moving.
Cobra for 502, shots on my go.
Hold it Cobra.
Cobra, shots on my go.
Spear 3 Foxtrot Romeo, it's left on 2 Bravo, link 56 for stand 501.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Bravo, link 56, stand 501, speed that speed.
Those flaps. Oh.
2,800.
2521, contact director 119.725, bye-bye.
19725, bye-bye.
I wanted to see if we could get reverse thrust.
Kilo stand 50H, west push and start. Kilo, hello, push and start approved, face north.
Heathrow was pretty busy. It's a bit less busy.
Golf sign emergency instructions, Alpha and Charlie, hold at Charlie 2.
Alpha and Charlie, hold Charlie 2, shots on my go.
6 Mike Charlie, that Ryanair's not taxied yet, so you can go first left and first right onto Alpha if you like to hold at Alpha 3.
Ah, Ryanair at Heathrow.
Left, that's right, Alpha 3, clear this 6 Mike Charlie.
That's well known.
Final downward 690 on final runway 27 left.
Tiger 69, surface wind 270 at 10 knots, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Go over here, shall we?
Left, due time, downward 690.
909 in case range of taxi. 192 X-ray taxi straight ahead, Bravo, hold Titan.
Straight ahead, Bravo, hold Titan, 909 Tesla.
Oh no, 27 left, wrong runway.
5 shots on my go, for Kelby on turning right on Charlie for Charlie 2.
Golf firm, Alpha Charlie, hold Charlie 2.
Bad default
Alpha
Heathrow.
Charlie, hold Charlie 2. That's my go.
Let's wait and see this.
Mike Charlie from Alpha 3, 27 Mike clear for takeoff, wind 270 degrees, 10 knots.
Alpha 3, cliff takeoff, that's Mike Charlie.
At 1 Delta Charlie, able Alpha 5.
Firm 1 Delta Charlie.
1 Delta Charlie, hold Alpha 5.
Hold Alpha 5.
That certainly looks a lot smoother.
Firm.
906, hold Alpha 5.
The aeroplane type appears to be wrong.
Alpha 5.
I'm pretty sure we could see that pitching down. But that's meant to be in reality.
Tango 6, liner, Mr. Taxi, closest ramp.
Tiger 69, vacate left.
Tango
350.
There's a plane on the middle of the runway right in front of me.
And this guy just came to a stop. Well done. B350, I think that's King Air, isn't it?
1 Delta Charlie, line up 27 right for Alpha 5.
27 right for Alpha 5, speed 1 Delta Charlie.
Different. And taxiing at an extreme rate. Interesting. you could probably have hours.
2906, if you just continue down Alpha 4 for me, please.
Hours of fun watching the chaos on VATSIM.
Alright, Alpha 4906.
Take Kilo, request taxi.
He's slewing.
Late Kilo, pull forward, hold Cobra.
Do that again, Charles Kilo.
Forward and hold it, Cobra.
Wow.
Cobra,
Okay.
Charles Kilo.
Weird.
Shuttle 9 Golf, left Bravo, link 56502.
Left Bravo, link 56502.
The frame rate certainly seems better here without the Aerosoft.
65 Charlie, passing 3,000 feet. 26 Mike Charlie, thank you.
Worst terminal.
129425, bye-bye.
It's better than Aerosoft's rendition, I think.
Ryanair 192 X-ray, link 21, link 22, hold Alpha 2.
Link 21, link 22, hold Alpha 2, speak to outside Ryanair 192, please.
Shuttle 8 Kilo, give way to the company A319, he'll be passing from right to left and then taxi Alpha hold Pluto.
Company A319 right to left and continue Alpha Pluto, Charles Kilo.
906, line up 27 right via Alpha 4, caution intersection departure ahead.
Right runway 27 right,
Super 936. 1 Delta Charlie, service wind 27010 knots, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff, speedbird 1 Delta Charlie.
We get a bit of a pitch. Well, I think you'll agree that the motion certainly seems smooth. A little bit of rubber banding there, my potato of a PC. Or, as I should more correctly say, poor efficiency from X-Plane. You know, those strobes. That pitch certainly seemed a lot more realistic. I don't know who did this. Not bad, is it? Aside from, I don't even know if there's a petrol station reality. This one. Well, velocity seems good. Nice to do some formation flying at some point to see if it is any good. But anyway, from me for now, thanks for watching. Take care. Hope you enjoyed it and the little preview. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.